Okay. So we'll use the wisdom deck today. We all need to be a little wise, little wisdom in our life. Okay, so I'll just pick the top card, which is I am a yes person. And it says, if I dwell on what I don't want, then I will get more of it. I affirm only the good in my life. So I am a yes person. Very positive card today. All right, so with that, let's come down to our mats. If you're not already, probably already are. All right, and let's, we're going to start in child's pose today. So in our child's pose, you've got a couple of options here. You can extend the arms out. If you want to get a little bit more into the shoulders, you can bring the hands to your sides here with, and think of pulling the shoulders down towards the mat when you do this. And also your knees can be out to the sides of your mat. I sometimes like to bring my hands right underneath my forehead here. It seems to work sometimes for me. So just move into your version of your full expression of your child's pose. And as you're in child's pose, take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, release, let go, especially in that lower back, your hips, the thighs. And do that a few times. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, release. As you breathe in, expand the belly and the lower back, create a little bit more space in that area. And as you exhale, letting go any tension. And then from here, let's lift up and come into a tabletop. And we'll continue with some cat-cows. So dropping the belly. And each time you exhale, tip the tailbone in. Bring that spine up towards the ceiling. Really stretch into the shoulders, down the spine, into the lower back. Move with your own breath here. Maybe close down your eyes. Make this a moving meditation. Notice as you breathe in, the breath actually initiates the movement. You breathe first, you move second. And after your next exhalation, let's press back again. Hips towards the heels. This time extend the arms out and gently press the palms into the mat and press back through the hip creases. So extended child's pose. And then come back to a tabletop. And we're going to take the left hand, we're going to go into a side plank. So bring the left hand to the middle of your mat. Bring the left foot out. Just flare that foot out. Extend the right leg out and then open up to your right and stack the shoulders. For right now, just do a modified side plank. There should be very little pressure on the knee. So think of bringing the hip up towards the ceiling. Use the strength of your arms and the shoulders into the chest here. And then bring that hand down. And then let's do that same thing on the other side. So bring the right hand to the middle of the mat. Bring that foot on the right side out, like a little kickstand. Extend the left leg out. And then open up on the left side here. and then bring that hand down. And again, come into extended child's pose. Come back to tabletop. And then from here, let's bring the right knee in towards the tricep and then straighten that leg straight out, coming into bird dog. And we'll do this 8 times. So this would be number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then extend that leg out, and then let's bring the left arm out, coming into a full bird dog here. And then release the hand and the foot, and then let's do that same thing on the other side. So 8 times. This would be 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Come into our bird dog and hold. And then release that. Again, come into an extended child's pose. And then come back to our tabletop, and then let's thread our needle. So we'll start with the right arm coming up towards the ceiling, and then moving and twisting into that middle area of the spine. And then you can take that left arm, bring it to the lower back, open up the shoulder here, and look up towards the ceiling. Relax your hands, shoulders, and arms. And then bring that left hand back to the mat and press up and move that right arm up towards the ceiling. And then bring that hand down. And then, of course, we'll do the other side. So lifting the left arm up and then threading our needle, coming to that left side and bringing the right arm up and over. Open up the shoulder, look up towards the ceiling. And then releasing, bringing that right hand back to the mat, pressing up and back up towards the left, and then bringing that hand down. And then we'll do one more thing here in our tabletop. So let's stretch the right leg out, lift the leg, and bend the knee, and then press the heel up towards the ceiling, and then bring the knee down towards the mat. And we'll do 8 of these. So this would be number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. And then the other side. Bend the knee, press the heel up towards the ceiling and down. For 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then one more time, extended child's pose. Let's come back to a tabletop, curl the toes under, and then press up into our downward facing dog. This is our first downward dog, so go ahead and pedal your feet a little bit here. Stretch out the back of the legs. And then let's step to the front of our mat, come into our first forward fold. Exhale here. Bring the crown of the head, top of the head down towards your mat. And with a flat back, inhale, raise the arms up overhead. Exhale into heart. All right, so from here, let's do a few sun salutations. So inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, press the hips forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. As you inhale, we're stepping back with both feet coming into a plank. Let's hold our plank for a few breaths. Nice, strong bodies. Remember, you can always modify this by bringing the knees down to the mat. And then drop the belly, come into an upward facing dog. Open up the chest. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take a few breaths here. And take a breath in, and then as you exhale, press up into downward facing dog. And then step forward, come to the front of your mat as you exhale, forward fold. And as you inhale, rise on up and exhale into heart. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, press the hips forward, create a slight back bend. Inhale up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, exhale, forward fold. Again, as you inhale, step back with both feet, come into your plank. Let's hold our plank for a few breaths. And then drop the belly, roll those shoulders back and down, open up the chest, upward facing dog. And on your next exhalation, press the hips up, coming into downward facing dog. Let's step forward, come to the front of our mat, exhale into forward fold. Inhale, rise on up, and exhale into heart. All right, from here, let's go into chair pose. So inhale, raise the arms up, exhale, chair pose. Hold this for a few breaths. Remember, we're shifting our weight back towards the heels. You should be able to wiggle the toes here. Tuck that tailbone in a little bit so the back is nice and straight, nice and flat. Bring the knees in towards each other. And then rise on up. And then as you exhale, forward fold. From here, let's lift the right leg, bring it behind you, and then lift that leg up. Press the heel out away from you. And then bring that foot down behind you. We're going to go into warrior one. So you want that foot at a 45-degree angle. As you rise on up and start to bend that left knee, but look down, make sure the knee doesn't go past the ankle. You might have to bring that front foot up a little bit towards the front of your mat. Press down into the front foot, but press back through that back leg as well. You want to drop the pelvis down towards the mat and extend up through the crown of the head. Shoulders are down away from the ears, the chin is parallel to the floor. And then leave the knee bent. Start to bend down. You're straddling the hands on each side of the foot. Bring the head down towards the knee and then start to straighten that left leg. And press the left hip back, right hip forward. Square the hip with the front of your mat. Nice stretch in the back of the legs. And then slightly bend that left knee and come right back up and move into your warrior one. One more time, bring the hands down towards the mat and then step forward, come into your forward fold as you exhale. And then we'll do that same thing on the other side. So bring the left leg back and then up, press the heel out away from you. And then start to bring that foot down, bring the foot to a 45-degree angle as you rise on up and move right into your warrior one. Again, look down, make sure you can see the toes on that right foot. Press back through that back heel as much as you're pressing down into the front foot. And then bring the hands down, straddle the foot, bring the head down towards the knee, and then start to straighten that front leg, pressing the right hip back, left hip forward. And then slightly bend that knee so that you can rise on up and move right back into your warrior one. Let's bring the hands back down to the mat and then step forward, come into a forward fold as you exhale. From here, let's step back with that right foot, this time coming into a runner's lunge. Drop in the hips, lift the chest, and look up. And then step back with the left foot. You're in your plank. And then do your version of your flow today. And we'll all meet in either a child's pose or a downward facing dog. And then let's lift that right leg up towards the ceiling, coming into a three-legged dog. And then from here, start to bend the knee. We're going to bring the foot across on the left side of that mat. So you're crossing the feet over. We're coming into wild thing. So you want to bring the right hand to the middle of the mat and then turn and open up here. And then bring that left hand down and come right back in to your downward facing dog. And then step forward, come to the front of your mat as you exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, rise on up, and exhale in the heart. Let's do that again. Inhale, raise the arms up overhead. As you exhale, forward fold. And then step back, this time with the right, or the left leg, left leg. And come into that runner's lunge, dropping in the hips. And then step back with the right foot. You're in your plank. And then do your flow. Meet up in either a child's pose or a downward facing dog. And then lift that left leg up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. And then start to bend the knee, bring the foot across the mat. bring your left hand to the middle of the mat as you start to open up here, moving into Wild Thing. And then bring that right hand down and move right back into a downward facing dog. Let's step forward, come to the front of our mat, exhale into a forward fold. Inhale, rise on up, and exhale into heart. Inhale, raise the hands up, and again, move into a chair pose. And then rise on up. Exhale, bring the hands to the hips. And let's move into Crescent Lunge. So we'll step back, big step back with that right foot, but curl the toes under and press the heel out away from you. Look down on that front knee. Make sure the knee doesn't go past the ankle. And then raise the arms up overhead, interlacing the fingers here, temple or pointer fingers come up towards the ceiling, coming into a temple posture. Nice, strong body here. And then bring the hands back to the mat, but bring both hands to the inside and set that foot, your right foot, down so that you have more support and stability there. And then start to bring that right arm up, twisting here. Nice flat back, stack the shoulders. And then bring that hand down and then step back with the left foot and then do your flow. Exhaling into your downward facing dog. Let's lift that right leg up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. And then this time bending that knee, bringing the foot across your mat, coming into your pigeon. First sit up nice and tall, square off the hips, and then if you want, you can go into a sleeping pigeon here. If you're in sleeping pigeon, come back up. Curl the toes under on that left foot so that you can press back into your downward facing dog. And then we'll step forward, come to the front of our mat, exhale into a forward fold. Inhale, rise on up, exhale into heart. Inhale, raise the arms up, and again, move into chair pose. And then inhale, rise on up. As you exhale, bring the hands to the hips and move right into your Crescent Lunge on that other side. So with Crescent Lunge, the left toes are curled under and you're pressing that heel out away from you. Bend that front knee, make sure you can see the toes. And then raise the arms up overhead, interlace the fingers in temple pose. Now bring the hands down to the mat. Bring both hands to the inside and bring that left foot all the way to the mat so you have support there. And then start to twist, opening up that left side. And then bring that hand down, and then we're going to step back with the right foot and do your flow. Exhale into downward facing dog. Let's lift that left leg up towards the ceiling. And then bend that knee, bring the foot through, coming into pigeon on the other side. Sit up nice and tall, square off the hips, and then move into your sleeping pigeon. And then come back up, curl the toes under on that right foot, step back, moving into your downward facing dog. Let's step forward, come to the front of our mat, exhaling. Inhale, rise on up, exhale into heart. All right, from here, let's bring that right foot out, coming into a nice wide stance. Bend the knees slightly and slide the hands down, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Relax the crown of the head down towards the mat. Nice deep breaths in and out here. Relax. Release any tension in that lower back. And then bring the hands to the mat right underneath the face here. And then start to lift that right leg up towards the ceiling, windmill. And then bring that hand down and then do that same thing on the other side, the left side. And we're going to do this a few times. So think of a windmill here, bringing that right arm up. As you exhale, come down. Inhale, bring the left arm up. Exhale, down. We'll do that a few more times. Inhale, right. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale, right. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale, and then move back into your forward fold. Let's start to walk the hands over to our right side. Bring the head down towards the knee and the floor and stretch that left arm out. And then come back through center and then do that same thing on the left side, stretching the arm out. Come back to center, wide-legged forward fold. And then come halfway up and then start to bring the heels in and point the toes out. Bring your hands to your hips and with a flat back, rise on up. And then from here, we haven't done our sunflower and sun goddess, sun god for a while. So inhale, raise the arms up. As you exhale, let's move into sun god or sun goddess. Inhale, rise on up. And then as you exhale, bend forward, wrap the hands around the face, smile. You're in sunflower. And then rise on up. And then exhale, move into sun god or sun goddess. Inhale, rise on up. Exhale, sunflower. Let's do a few more of those. So inhale, exhale into sun god or sun goddess. Inhale up, exhale, sunflower. Inhale, rise on up. Exhale, sun god or sun goddess. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sunflower. Inhale, come back up one more time into sun god or sun goddess. Let's hold this. And then you know what's coming. Inhale. Stick out the tongue. All right. Inhale, rise on up, and then bring the hands out to a T. And then from here, let's bring our feet first in so that they're parallel to each other. And then starting with the left foot, bring that point the left foot out, coming into our warrior two. So again, look down, make sure that you can see at least the big toe here. So sweep that knee out towards the pinky so that you can see the big toe. And then bring the palm of that left hand up, bring it up towards the ceiling. Exhale, come back to warrior two. And let's do that a few times. So as you inhale, sweep the hand up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, sweep the hand up. Exhale, come down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale and exhale. Do a little flow there. And then straighten that front leg, slide forward and tip, moving into a triangle pose. And then rise on up one more time, move into warrior two. Let's bring the hands to the hips and bring the feet so they're parallel to each other. And let's do that same thing on the other side. So turn the right foot out, bring the arms out to your side, start bending that right knee, coming into your warrior two. And then lift that palm on that right hand up as you inhale, exhale, back to warrior two. Let's do that two more times as you inhale up, exhale, inhale, and exhale. And then straighten that front knee, slide forward, and move into your triangle pose. And then come back up and move right back into warrior two. Bring your hands to your hips, bring both feet so they're parallel to each other. One more time, slide the hands down, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. And then bring the hands to the mat. We're going to do something, I don't know if we've done this before in here. So your hands are on the mat. See if you bend your knees just a little bit and see if you can jump and bring the feet in towards the middle of your mat. Just do the best you can. Come into a forward fold. And then with a flat back, inhale, raise the arms up overhead. And then exhale in the heart center. All right, let's do a few balance poses today. So first we'll do tree pose. Everybody knows that. So we'll start by bringing the right foot to the mat, left foot out, hands to your heart center. Again, the foot can stay on the mat, or if you want, you can start to bring the foot up anywhere on that standing leg except at the knee. Focus on your breath here. And then if you want, you can start to grow your branches. Your full expression of tree today. Then bring your hands back into your heart center. Release that side, and then let's do that same thing on the other side. Again, that foot can be anywhere on the standing leg except at the knee. Start with your hands and heart center. Feel nice and rooted, grounded. And then you can start to grow your branches. Then bring your hands back into your heart center and then release that. And then let's do star today. We haven't done that for a long time. So let's bring it'll be your left leg out. Point the toes here. Bring the arms out to your sides. Spread the fingers and then lift that foot up off the mat. This is star pose. Open up the heart, smile. Let your light shine brightly. And then slowly, gracefully come down from that, and then we'll do that same thing on the other side. So bring that right foot out, bring the arms out, spread the fingers here, and then lift the foot off the mat. And smile. And then slowly come out of that. All right, inhale, raise the arms up. And then exhale, move back into our chair pose. And then rise on up. Exhale, forward fold. And then drop in the hips here. Bring the hands into your heart center. And then lift in the torso, coming into a deep-seated chair pose. Keep the knees so that they're parallel to each other, and then twist, but twist in the middle of the back and bring that right hand to the left thigh. And then you can stay there, or if you want, you can open up the arms. So twisted chair. If you brought the arms up, bring them back to heart center. Come through center, bring the hands to the mat, and then lift the hips up towards the ceiling, coming into a nice forward fold here. Come to a flat back. Inhale, raise the arms up overhead. And then as you exhale, move back into your chair. And then inhale, rise on up. Exhale, forward fold. And then again, bend in the knees, drop the hips, bring the hands into your heart center, and then lift the torso. So now, again, you're in that deep-seated chair pose. And then twist this time to your left hand is coming to the right thigh, and then you can open up here. Come back through center, bring the hands to the mat, and then lift the tailbone up towards the ceiling. You'll feel a nice release of energy there. And then come halfway up, and as you inhale, rise on up. Come all the way up. Exhale into heart. All right. From here, let's go into tree pose, but this time modified tree. So let's bring the foot to the front. I'll start with it'll be your right foot on the mat. Left foot comes up. And it can be on the thigh, or it can be down here. It can even be on the floor. So whatever works for you, and bring the hands into your heart center. And then from here, we're going to start bending that knee. Call this a one-legged chair. A little bit of balance here. And then rise on up. And then slowly start to bring that foot behind you. See if you can do that without touching the floor with that foot. Start pressing that foot back away from you and move yourself into a T. Focus on your breath. And then rise back up and go right into your tree pose. Modified tree. And then release that side, and then we're going to do that same thing on the other side. So go into your modified tree, and then start to bend the knee, coming into a one-legged chair. And then slowly rise on up. And then see if you can take that foot and bring it out behind you without touching the floor. Press the heel out away from you. Nice straight body. Bringing your body into a T formation. And then slowly come out of that. And one more time, go into that modified tree. And then release that. Bring your feet out to a little bit of a, oh, maybe like 2 feet or so that you can drop down. We're coming into our squat here, our yogi squat, sometimes called garnet pose. And then bring the hands behind you so that you can bring yourself down to your mat. Let's bring our backs to the mat. Bring the arms to your sides. We'll go into a bridge pose next. So as you inhale, start to lift the hips up towards the ceiling. And then you can stay here, or if it's in your practice, you can start to rock from side to side. Start bringing the shoulder blades in towards each other, interlacing the fingers underneath your body. Press down into the feet and press out away from the midline. Bring the knees in towards each other. There's very little pressure on the head and the neck. And then releasing the hands, start to lower the spine back down towards the mat. Relax the body here. Stretch out the legs, stretch the arms up overhead, neutralize your spine. And then bring the feet to the mat. Bring the feet so that they're about the same width as your mat here. Keep the feet on the mat as you bring the knees down to the left. Keep that right shoulder on the mat. Come up through center and then bring the legs down to your right. And just do that a few times side to side. Keep both shoulders in contact with the mat. And then bring the knees back up through center and bring them into your chest. If you want, you can bring the head up towards the knees. And then slowly release that. Bring the feet back down to the mat. Let's extend the left leg out and bring that right knee in towards us. Take and bring the knee out to the right and then back in. Or maybe do some circles here. Just open up that hip a little bit more. And then bring that knee back into the chest and hold. Relax the foot, relax the leg, the hip. And then holding on to the ankle, the shin, or the foot, start to bring the leg up towards the ceiling. Stretch the foot up and stretch the back of the leg. And then release that. Bring both feet to the mat, knees are bent. And then extend the right leg out and bring that left knee in towards the chest. And then bringing the knee down to the left and back up, or you can do some circles here. Just get a little bit of motion in that hip. Open up the hip a little bit. And then bring the knee in towards the chest and hold. Relax the foot, the leg, the hip. And then holding onto the ankle or the shin or the foot, start to raise that foot up towards the ceiling. Stretch the back of the leg. And then bending both knees and bring the knees into the chest. If you want, again, you can bring the head up towards the knees, roll yourself up into a little ball. And then holding onto the ankles, the shins, or the feet, start to lift the feet up towards the ceiling, bring the head back down to the mat. Stretch out the back of the legs. And then start to bend the knees, bring the knees down towards the armpits, moving into happy baby. Try to bring that lower back, sacrum area down towards the mat. Nice flat back here. Relax the hips, relax your legs, lower back. And then release that, bring both feet so that they're fairly close together. And then bring the knees down to the sides, coming into a reclined butterfly. Soles of the feet are together. And then extend the left leg out towards the front of your mat. Keep that right knee bent and out to the side. Recline tree. And then come back into butterfly. Recline butterfly, soles of the feet together. And then extend the right leg out towards the front of your mat, coming into recline tree on the other side. And then one more time, moving into reclined butterfly. From reclined butterfly, bring both legs out, moving into your Shavasana. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale with a sigh. Again, deep breath in. Exhale with a sigh. Relax your toes and feet, the ankles, the calves, the knees. Relax your thighs, lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, arms, and hands, the fingers. Relax your neck and head, the face. Entire body is relaxed. Allow your eyes to drop down into their eye sockets, relaxing the cheeks, the jaw, the mouth, even your throat is relaxed. Quiet the body, quiet the mind. There's nothing to do. There's nowhere to go. Simply be in the present moment with your breath. Begin to deepen your breath slightly. And then start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Start moving your body any way that feels natural for you. With your eyes remaining closed, eventually move yourself over to your right side. Take your time. Once you're on your right side, think of one thing that you can be grateful for today. And thank yourself for showing up on your mat, doing something for your health and well-being, mind, body, and spirit. With your eyes remaining closed, you can move yourself up into a seated position. Take your time. Once in a seated position, bring the chin down towards the chest. Allow your head to hang. Feel a nice stretch in your neck, upper spine, into the shoulders. And then do some head and neck rolls here, moving one direction. And then the next time your chin comes down towards the chest, move in the opposite direction. One more time, bring the chin down towards the chest. And then lift the chin, and then let's do a few circles here. So let's move in one direction, big circles, stretching out the lower back, the hips. And then sit up nice and tall, and then move in the opposite direction. And then we've got a little bit of time, and I want to do some alternate nostril breathing today. So what you're going to do is use your right hand and your thumb is going to press against the right side of the nostril, closing that side off. Breathe in through your left. Then close off both nostrils and hold. And then open up only the right side and exhale out. Inhale through the right. And then pinch off both sides and hold. And then open only the left side as you exhale. Inhale through the left. Pinch off both nostrils and hold. Open up only the right side as you exhale. Inhale through the right. Holding at the top. Open up the left side as you exhale. Inhale through the right. Or left, excuse me. You're inhaling through the left. Close off both nostrils. And then opening the right as you exhale. Sorry about that. Inhale through the right. Close off both nostrils and hold. And then opening up the left exhale. We're going to do one more round. Inhale through the left. Pinch off both nostrils and hold. Open up the right and exhale. Inhale through the right. Pinch off both nostrils and hold. Open up the left as you exhale. And then bring both hands to your lap and just breathe normally. Relax the body. Bring the chin down towards the chest. Bring the hands together and bring them into your heart center. We end our practice with a short prayer. May all beings find health, happiness, and inner peace. We end our practice with Namaste. I honor the light in you. Namaste. All right. A couple of announcements. So, and I might do a text to everyone as well. So first of all, I was at the Tarpon Springs Rec Center today, and I saw Duffy and I saw a few other people, Deanna. They're all doing well. And they're thinking about opening the first week in June. So more to come with that. They also had asked the teachers if they wouldn't mind doing some videos. And so one of the reasons why I went there today was to actually do some videos at their place. So I did 3 videos. I did one for Yoga Flow, and then I've got the chair yoga, and I've got the Qigong that I do there as well. So I don't know when they're going to have, because they want to put like an intro and an outro into the videos and stuff. But when I have more information, I'll let you know. So if you want to go out to I think they're going to be out on Facebook or YouTube. I'm not really sure. But when I have more information, I'll let you know. So that's a couple of things. The other thing that I want you to start thinking about is I go away for the summer. And so there's a couple of options. And part of this is what's going to be open and what classes can happen and that sort of thing. But a couple of options. So option number 1 is we just continue doing the online so that I can teach. The other option is I was thinking if the Tarpon Springs Rec Center does open up for the summer and I'm not here, the other thing we can do is we can have Susan or somebody teach the class over the summer. So again, I think I'll do like probably a text to everybody just to see where everybody is, and we do have to kind of feel it out to see what's going to happen in June. But we've got a couple of weeks yet, so we've got time to just kind of figure out what we want to do for the summer months. So anyway, something to think about. Thank you all for coming. Have a nice weekend, and I hope to see you next week on Monday. Stay well, stay healthy, stay happy, be positive. I think, it's getting a little bit looser out there. Hopefully we won't have like another, rise in what's happening, but the traffic is a little bit more out there these days. So be safe, and I'll see you next week.